Today we're going to the gym, hit an upper body. Just got ready, got the fit on. And I had my breakfast around an hour ago. And it's a 15 to 20 minute drive to the gym and then 5 minutes warming up. So at that point, I should be perfectly good to go because I like to wait at least an hour and a half to digest my food before I go to the gym. Especially because since I'm trying to bulk and I have a fast metabolism, I'm skinny, I need a lot of food to actually put on weight, meaning I eat big breakfast, big meals. I actually eat 3 big meals and 1 snack and drink milk throughout the meals as well to put on weight. So I like waiting at least like an hour and a half before I go to the gym because I had a big bowl of oats. Being skinny is so tough, dude. You know, I remember when I was in elementary school and we would be playing sports like soccer out on the field, like the, what is it called? The park, like the school park, recess time, yeah, recess. And, you know, nobody ever wanted me on their team. Being bad was really a byproduct of just kind of who I was physically and mentally as well, because people wouldn't choose me because I was so skinny, I was scrawny. You know, the only thing I was good at was running, right? I feel like that's like the one trait that all skinny people have is they can run fast, you know. That's like the one thing that that I would hold pride in, being able to run quick. But anything else, I couldn't. I could barely throw a football, you know, at the time. And soccer, I mean, I was so light, dude. I was like 40 pounds in 3rd grade, you know. I could be blown away by the wind. One gust of air during the winter time, boom, I'm gone. Like, it was such a rough time, honestly, man. I hated my life when I was young. I hated it so much. And you know, the worst part is that it wasn't even because I originally had that self-perception of myself to hate myself. It was all the external parts of my life. My family always telling me I was skinny. My relatives telling me that I'm not eating enough, I'm not being fed enough. And you know what? I was being fed just fine. I was never like starving. It's just I had a hard time putting on weight. And it hurt the most because, you know, my parents would say it as well to me. And, you know, if your family says something to you at a young age, it sticks with you for life. Like, it's like engraved into your memory that, okay, like I'm skinny, and because I'm skinny, I deserve to be treated in the way that I was treated by everyone. I was eating food, I was eating rice, chicken. You know, I come from a South Asian household, guys. So like for me, it's, you know, eating rice every day and whatever dish, you know, my mom made, some sort of curry dish, chicken, vegetables, whatever it may be. Like I had a well-balanced diet. I was eating what any normal kid would be eating. That's the thing. So it's not like I was doing anything wrong. I was eating fine. It's just the fact that the idea of me not being who everyone wanted me to be was constantly pushed down my throat, and it felt awful. And like now, you know, my life is completely different. I continue to, you know, like face that, I guess, that stigma from people up until like my junior year of high school. And, you know, from that point on, it like slightly faded it faded away from school life, friends, social life. But family wise, it was still there, and it always has been, and it still is. You know, even though I weigh 170 pounds now, even though I put on so much weight and I look so much different than I did when I was younger, it's always going to be something that, you know, I wonder if it'll ever go away. And I know it will. It's just like, you know, I'm at a healthy BMI now. I'm 170 at like 5'10", and a half. Not like that really means much, but like I'm like closer towards 5'11", but even then, you know, I'm so skinny. My wrists, my bones, look at the thickness of the width of my wrist. It's the skinniest wrist you'll ever see in your life. Like, my wrists are skinny, you know. It's just, there's so many things, so many life experiences that have kind of shaped my mind in the way that it has been for so long, you know, up until like now, when I was in college, right? That's when I learned about fitness, what it really takes to put on weight, muscle, how muscle building works, how fat works, how the human body actually works when it comes to developing, putting on size, and everything, you know, in regards to that. But we're almost at the gym, and hopefully we'll get some good footage. And you know, if you guys do enjoy, I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram. You could DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about bulking up, about your mindset, anything, literally anything. I'm here. Ask me any question you guys want. I'm an open book.
This is a weight that I used to be able to easily grab, but I guess it's much better. My shoulders look. I really like the way my shoulders moving. You can see like a lot of my fat is just like in my stomach area. I hold this like throughout the both like arms, relatively lean. Shoulders, I mean, you can see the fibers for the most part. I'm not trying to be like, you know, super aesthetic right now. I just want to. I'm just working on putting on muscle in the right areas. You can remember. And we'll just put on some good weight. Yeah.